ninjas, welcome to Yoga with DojoKat. Today we're going to do a full body stretch for stiff bodies. So maybe you worked really hard this week at the gym, maybe you had some hard rolls. We are going to give your muscles some love today. So I need you and you need me, and let's get into it. So we are going to begin in a child's pose. So you can bring your knees about as wide as the mat and bring your hips down to your heels. Extend those arms in front of you and bring your forehead to the mat. And you can just let your forearms relax onto the mat today. But bring your focus to your breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And at any point today, whenever you feel your mind wandering, maybe you have a big to-do list, maybe you have something going on in your life, just bring it back to your breath, focusing on how it feels, how your body feels on the mat. We're going to lift up, crawl our hands all the way over to the left, and then melt back down. Just feel that nice stretch in your right side body. Use those exhales to release tension, soften the muscles. And lift back up, crawl all the way over to the right, and melt back down. We'll come back to center and then sit up on our heels. And we're gonna get into a bit of a toe stretch here. So we're going to curl our toes and sit back on them. If that's too intense for you, it can be pretty intense. Just stay on your hands and press back as much as you can, okay? So if you are sitting up on your heels, you know me, I'm a multitasker. So we are going to roll our wrists while we do this stretch. And I'm sorry, I'm not flipping you off. I can't quite bend this finger, so it's healing, it's getting there, but I still can't bend it. So it looks like I'm like flipping everybody off, but I can't do it. Make sure you're rolling your wrists in both directions. Then we'll bring your hands to our lap, tuck your chin to your chest. Bring your chin to the ceiling. Come back to center, drop your head over to the left. And take it over to the right. Beautiful. Release your toes and come into a tabletop position. Bringing your knees underneath your hips, hands under your shoulders. And we're gonna go into our cat-cow, my favorite. So we're going to drop our belly, lifting our chin and our tailbone to the sky. And then as you exhale, round the spine, tuck your chin to your chest, press that mat away from you for cat. Inhale to expand and cow. And exhale for cat. Just keep going, moving with your breath. Okay, come back to a neutral spine. We're going to bring those hands in front of us a little bit further. And we're going to keep going into our cat-cow, but we're going to add some spinal waves. So as you inhale into your cow, drop your hips down to your heels. And then exhale into cat. Round your spine. Bring your shoulders over top of your hands. And then switch. Cow, drop the hips. Cat, round the spine. We'll go one more time. Beautiful work. So we're gonna go into puppy from here. So it's really similar to child's pose, but we're gonna keep our hips stacked over top of our heels. And we're gonna extend those arms out in front of us and bring your chin or your forehead to the mat, whatever is most comfortable for you without pushing past your boundaries. If you have a block at home, you can stick it underneath your chin. I don't have one handy right now. And release that, roll forward onto your belly, coming onto your elbows, and lifting up your chest for our baby cobra or sphinx pose. Try not to round your shoulders forward. Pretend there's a line of string pulling the crown of your head up. From here, we'll get a little bit of gentle movement in our baby cobra. So we'll inhale at center and exhale, look over that right shoulder, back at that foot. Inhale, center. Exhale, over that left shoulder. We'll do one more round. And then come back to center. Place your hands underneath your shoulders, curl your toes, lift the hips to the sky for a downward facing dog. Keep your feet about hip distance apart, spread your fingers nice and wide, and relax your head in between your biceps. If you want to get a little bit of movement here with your first down dog, you can pedal your feet out one at a time. And if this is too intense on your hamstrings, don't be afraid to bend your knees, and that just changes the focus of this stretch into your spine instead of your hamstrings. At any point, respect your boundaries, right? If something is like shooting pain, we don't want that. But if you are just uncomfortable, that's something that you can bear. So it can be a fine line sometimes. Trust your body, listen to it, and do what you need to do. All right, we're gonna add a little twist into our down dog here, so you can plant your weight into that left hand, and we're going to take our right hand to our calf and just twist your torso towards that left side. One more deep breath. Release that twist, coming back into the down dog. And we'll take that twist to the other side. So when you're ready, putting your weight into that right hand, reaching with that left hand to that right calf, and twisting to the right side. 2 more deep breaths. If you're shaking, that's a good thing. Beautiful. Release that twist, coming back into your downward facing dog. All right. We're going to get into the meat of our flow here. Inhale that left leg to the sky. Exhale, step in between your hands, pivoting that back foot so that it's parallel, and rising up, straighten that front leg. We're going to go into our triangle pose. So bringing those arms parallel, shift forward, and then drop that left hand to your left shin or foot, or if you want to go deeper, put it to the mat. And then take your gaze up to that right hand. This is a really beautiful stretch, not only for that front leg, but for the right side body. And we're going to reverse this triangle, so release that shin, And then we're gonna take our left hand to the ceiling, and we're gonna take our right hand grabbing onto the wrist and just lean backwards, almost like you're pulling your hand back. Release that hand, bring the arms parallel, bend the front leg, warrior two. So just take a little peek down at that knee and make sure it's not going over top of the heel, and that you're pressing this knee outwards, making sure we're protecting that joint. And try to find length in between your left hand and your right hand, so really reach those fingertips away from each other. Okay, we're gonna go into a bouncing pose here. So take your gaze about a foot in front of your foot. And we're gonna push off that back foot and bring our fingertips to the mat, lifting that right leg parallel for our half moon pose. So you can keep your hand on your hip if you like, or if you wanna make this pose a little bit more challenging, we're just going to stack our shoulders as well as our hips by bringing that right hand to the sky. All right, find something to focus on. Really engage that core. Keep that leg parallel. Don't forget to breathe. We'll hold for 3, 2, 1. Tip back into that warrior two pose. Beautiful job. You can bring your hands to heart center, and we're going to take a little step forward, bringing our left toes at a 45-degree angle going off this way, and we'll keep these toes going forward. We're going to move into our pyramid pose. So straighten that front leg, inhale those hands to the sky, and exhale, hinge at the hips, folding forward over that lead leg. So our goal here is to try to touch our nose to our knee, but if it's too far away, obviously don't push it. And if you need a little bend in your knee, if it's too intense to keep it straight, always protect that joint before anything, right? Okay, from here we're going to go into another balancing pose. So you can ground into that left foot, bend the knee, and we're going to lift that back leg up for warrior three. Bringing those palms behind us to the ceiling. Lift that leg parallel to the mat. And keep your gaze down at the mat in front of you. And if you fall out, it's okay, just come back into the pose. We'll hold for 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Bring your fingertips to the mat. Take your right knee to the mat outside of that left foot, coming all the way down, sitting on that right bum cheek, right into our half Lord of the Fishes pose here. Take a second here, just soaking up the work you just did, readying ourselves for a twist. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, bring that right elbow to the outside of that left knee and take that gaze over your left shoulder. Release that twist, and we're going to take our twist to the other side. So taking our gaze over that right shoulder and bringing that left hand inside the knee, just holding onto the foot, getting some support here in this twist. And release your legs, turning over. We're gonna relax here in a really quick child's pose. I'm just gonna keep my knees together this time. You're welcome to join me. You're also welcome to go into the wide-legged child's pose as well. All right, take a second here to give yourself a little body scan. How is your left side feeling compared to your right side? My left side, for example, is a little burny right now. That's a good thing, right? So we just gotta even it out and take that work to the right side. And you are almost done this flow, so keep with it. We're getting there. We'll go into our down dog so you can plant your hands and lift your hips to the sky for our downward facing dog. You can rock up onto your tiptoes. Take whatever movement that you need right now. And we'll go back into that twist. So putting all our weight into that left side and reaching through with that right hand, grabbing onto your calf or your ankle with that right hand. 3 breaths. 1 more. Release the twist, planting our weight into the left side, grabbing onto the right ankle, and twisting to the right. 1 more deep breath. Release back into downward facing dog. All right, let's continue with our flow. Inhaling that right leg to the sky and step that foot in between your hands, pivot that back foot, rise up, straighten that right leg, shift forward a couple of inches, and drop that right hand to the right shin, gazing up at the left hand for our triangle pose. And we'll lift our torso up and reverse our triangle. We'll grab onto the right wrist with that left hand and pull our hand backwards, getting a little extra spicy stretch in that right side. Release those hands parallel, bend that front leg, warrior 2. And we'll go into that bouncing pose. So we'll take our gaze in front of our foot, lean down, bring our fingertips to the mat, lift that left leg parallel. And if you like to stack your shoulders, go ahead and do so. Ooh. Holding for 3, 2, 1, tip back, warrior 2. Whew. Bring those hands to heart center. Take a little step forward, straighten that front leg. Inhale, hands to sky. Exhale, hinging at the hips, folding forward for our pyramid pose. We'll go into our final balancing pose from here. So you can put your weight into that right foot and then lift that left leg off the mat, lifting your palms behind you to the sky for our warrior 3. Holding for 3, 2, 1. We're gonna bring our hands to the mat in front of us, taking our left knee outside of our right foot, sitting all the way back on that left bum cheek, meeting in our half Lord of the Fishes pose. Take 1 second, catch your breath. Take a deep breath in and exhale, twisting over that right shoulder. Release, twisting over to the left. I swear when I started filming, it was cloudy outside and we weren't gonna have this big sunny patch, but it's not going my way. Come on, I just need to get curtains. That's gonna be the solution. Oh boy. Release the twist, unwind your legs, and we'll meet once more in a child's pose. Closed-legged or open-legged, whatever your body needs right now. And we'll take some deep breaths just to slow our heart rate down. Inhale through the nose for the count of 4. 3, 2, 1. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. Hold. 3, 2, 1. A couple more times. Inhale. 3, 2, 1. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 3, 2, 1. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. Hold. 3, 2, 1. And just let your breath normalize. We'll press up and come all the way onto our bums and then roll all the way down to our backs. We're gonna go into a reclined pigeon from here. So we'll take our right leg and bring our right ankle over top of that left thigh. And you can stay right here if you want, pressing into that knee to get a deeper stretch in that right hip. Or if you'd like to deepen the stretch, you can reach behind your thigh and lift your head up, pulling that thigh inwards. Or if you'd like to deepen it even more, reach over top of your knee. That's going to intensify it quite a bit. So just see where you're at. If you'd like to challenge yourself a little bit, but maybe that's too far, maybe you need to go into the medium intensity. And you can release that. We're going to press that leg all the way through so that our right knee's right over top of that left one. Bring your arms into a cactus or into a T, whichever you have room for. You're gonna pick your bum up, drop it over to the right, and then you can drop your knees over to the left. If this is intense enough, you can stay right here or take your gaze over that left shoulder. Come back to center, unwind your legs, and we'll take that reclined pigeon to the other side. So bring that left ankle over top of that right knee. And then just wherever you are on this side, maybe one side's not as flexible as the other, which is where I am. It is what it is. All right, bring your knees together, bring your arms out into cactus or a T, pop your hips over to the left, and drop your knees over to the right, taking your gaze over that left shoulder. Come back to center, unwind your legs, and we're gonna give our knees a nice big hug. If you'd like, you can rock side to side to massage your lower back into the mat. And then release your legs down, bringing your hands beside your hips, and we'll go into our Shavasana. So if you'd like to go back to that breathing that we did in the beginning of our cool down, counting out to 4 or 6 or whatever it is you need, you can go ahead and do that. Just try to use those exhales to soften your muscles, make yourself as heavy as you can. Relax the muscles on your forehead and around your eyes. Unclench your jaw. Pull your shoulders down away from your ears. Relax your glutes and your quads. Soften your calves. Relax your feet. Just let yourself melt into the mat and soak up all the hard work that you just did. If you'd like to pause this video to stay in your Shavasana, go ahead and do so. But if you are ready to get on with your day, you can wiggle your fingers and your toes and slowly blink your eyes open. And then meet me in a comfortable seated position. And that is it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I would love to have you in my little dojo. If you want to follow me on social media, you can follow me on Instagram at DojoKat713. Great work for coming to the mat and taking care of yourself. And I will see you guys next week. Os.